What's going on, everybody? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today Disney is now moving forward with their Reimagine Tomorrow campaign, a campaign that was initially absolutely annihilated on the internet because of all of the terrible things that were highlighted, because this is a terrible campaign that is nothing more than an anti-white campaign. It is buried in CRT, and Disney initially, with all of the negative response, pretended to move away from it, and now they are now moving forward again. This is the company that we have told you over and over and over again is doing these types of things. This is why when we saw movies like The Last Jedi, we were telling you that this was part of a bigger problem going on, and now here we have it. Disney is not the company that you and I knew it to be all of those years ago. It's just not. And we just have to accept that as a fact. And until there is a leadership change, until there's a culture change, it's not going to get any better. If you don't agree with their nonsense, they hate your guts. If you are a Trump supporter, they hate your guts. That is a fact. Unbelievable. Here we have it. Disney moves forward with Reimagine Tomorrow campaign despite being exposed as part of the CRT movement. The Walt Disney Company decided to move forward with Reimagine Tomorrow campaign. According to documents obtained by journalist Christopher F. Ruffo and published in May, Disney's Reimagine Tomorrow campaign includes training on systemic racism, white privilege, white fragility, white saviors, microaggressions, and anti-racism. And this is something that Christopher posted. Yeah, this is back in May. And then Disney decided to move away from it. In the documents, Disney claims the unfortunate circumstances with Breonna Taylor, Sean Reed, all of the people that they have tried to pretend that they cared about, George Floyd, Tony McDade. It's funny how they don't mention Tony Timpa. They don't mention Tony Timpa, do they? They don't mention the hundreds of white people that have found themselves in similar circumstances, but they love to pretend that they care about all of these people. The documents also instruct white and non-black people to examine and work through feelings of guilt, shame, and defensiveness to understand what is beneath them and what needs to be healed. Do you think Disney really believes this stuff? No, they're projecting. Here's all the documents that have been exposed. It also instructs them to not question or debate black colleagues' lived experiences. Does that apply to people like Candace Owens or Brandon Tatum or Larry Elder? Or does it apply to people that fit your narrative? I think we already know the answer to that question, because if you're a black person that supported Donald Trump or still supports Donald Trump or continues to support conservatives in general, do you think that they feel that you can't debate or question those black colleagues? No. This is all about black people that agree with them can't be questioned. You can't debate them. How do they feel about the blackface of white supremacy headline from the LA Times about Larry Elder? Do you think Disney's going to take a stand against that? Of course they're not. Instead, white and non-black people should acknowledge and listen with empathy when black colleagues share their lived experiences. I mean, one of the modules titled, "What Can I Do About Racism?" even implies that employees should reject equality in favor of equity. Right here it is. I mean, unbelievable. Following Ruffo's reporting of these documents in May, Disney responded with a statement that read, "These internal documents are being deliberately distorted as reflective of company policy, when in fact their purpose was to allow diversity of through and discussion on the incredibly complex and challenging issues of race and discrimination that we as a society and companies nationwide are facing." They added, "The Disney brand has a long history of inclusivity with stories that reflect acceptance and tolerance and celebrate people's differences." And they go on to virtue signal. But of course, how do they feel about Trump supporters? Can I wear a MAGA hat to work? Because they're changing their policy where you can express yourself now. Does anybody believe you can wear a MAGA hat? No, you can't. And they would shame you if you did. They would shame you if you tried. Ruffo would then report and May, multiple sources have told me that Disney has completely removed its diversity and inclusion program from the company's website, effectively scrubbing it out of existence. He would go on to claim that Disney was peddling the most toxic elements of CRT, and my reporting led to immediate changes within the company. The truth is simple. Corporate diversity and inclusion is a scam, and it's an absolute scam, and anybody with a working brain and the slightest bit of common sense knows that. But here we have it. Here we have it. This is today. As storytellers at Disney, we have a responsibility to reflect our audiences in our content and experiences. So we're more committed than ever to making that a reality. Again, like we said, when we saw things like The Last Jedi, it was obvious that they were pushing this nonsense, and it was never ever going to get better as long as so many people were willing to act like there was nothing going on. There's no agenda involved here. Yes, there is. Let's listen and watch.
What if the world saw me the way I see me?
Not as a criminal, but a kid.
Not a foreigner, but a father.
Not bossy, but boss.
So how do we change how we see?
At Disney, we know that our stories affect how people see themselves and each other. So to reimagine tomorrow, we commit today to showing the magic in every life.
So in other words, shut up, white people. That's essentially what that was all about. Now, I was told that there was no agenda at Disney. I was told that there was no identity politics at Disney. I was told that we were just raging for outrage clicks. I just heard that we were just working the algorithm, that we were just making all of this up. I was told that none of this was actually happening. Yet here we are with it happening as blatant as you could imagine. Because we were always ahead of the curve. We were always ahead of the game. And this is proof of it. We were right. We were always right. Disney is proving us right. Absolutely disgusting. But what else would you expect? We've been telling you this was going on for years. And here you have it now. Disney and so many others. I mean, it's not just Disney. It's all of Hollywood. They're all like this. And this agenda stuff is only going to continue to get worse before it gets better. They do not respect anyone that disagrees with them. They do not respect anyone that doesn't have the same victim mentality as they're trying to preach. They want to tell you that they have this stance where you shouldn't question black colleagues, but we continue to see them try and shame any black conservative that has an opinion, or any woman that has an opinion, any non-white dude that has an opinion that they don't like. They try to shame them. They call them every name in the book. It's all projection. That's all it ever was. That's all it ever is. And the ones that preach the loudest have the most to hide. I've told you this over and over again, and I will continue to tell you this. It is all a scam. Unbelievable. The best thing we can do is continue to support our great 45th president of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump. They hate Trump. Why do they hate Trump? Because Trump is standing against all of this, and they hate him for it, and that's why they wanted him out, and that's why they would do anything within their power to make sure that he was out of power. But the people will rise up in 2024. The people will not allow you to do what you've been doing to our culture, to our entertainment, and to our country. It will not happen. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.